You're supposed to be a co-host. This is a great look. And welcome to Tail Slaters. And here today we have Nathan Murphy, Darren Murphy. Today we're going to talk about Sidus One. I've done a number of videos kind of banging my head against the wall, figuring it out with the information that's out there. Today I thought I'd do one that was very just succinct, to the point, just a step-by-step process, starting out from nothing. I have two fixtures here. I have the Sidus One just turned on, haven't done anything else with it. Got an iPad, and basically we're gonna get everything talking. Your job is gonna be to pick the colors. This one does CCT only, so no HSI for you. But this one can do all the colors, can do effects, things like that. And we might play around with a few different things. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. We're going to try and make this quick. I'm gonna cut things just to make it a kind of more of a step-by-step tutorial. Getting the Sidus One out of the box, turning it on, getting fixtures connected. Nothing's been addressed. We're gonna go through all of that. And again, try and make it fast. Let's go. All right, Nathan, what's the first step? Yeah. To get the lights, you're right. That's good. All right, so let's open up Sidus Link Pro. Sidus Link Pro, here's some previous project. Let's start with a brand new one. Just keep it simple. I'm gonna call this tutorial. Okay. Kind of flashing, telling us it's building a scene. Let's create a new scene. Let's call it testing ground. Just for whatever. You can call it whatever you like. It's scintillating, isn't it? Testing ground. Click on it to go into it. It's going to give you some options for some kind of tutorials just to explain how things work. You can skip it or you can choose. You can go back to this too by hitting the question mark anytime. So let's skip that and let's just get straight to setting everything up. Now the first thing you want to do, if this is right out of the box, you gotta set up the Wi-Fi.
I only have power.
Well, we have 3 bars left, so I think we're going to be okay. But we can plug this in, to your point. So that's a good note, though. You want to make sure you don't lose power on set. So first thing you're going to do when you get it out of the box is you got to be able to connect to the Wi-Fi. Out of the box, if you have, it should come set as AP, which stands for access point. If not, you can click the button on the side next to it, long press to switch to STA, which stands for station. When it's an AP, it should be sending out a Wi-Fi signal. That's when you want to go to your settings. Go to your Wi-Fi. Now, the first time you do this, you're going to have to enter the password. And the Wi-Fi name and password is unique per device, and it is on the back of the device. It'll show you Bluetooth. It'll also show you Wi-Fi name, Wi-Fi password. Mine is called Sidus One 10F04E. What? No, we're not doing Siri something right now. Right now we're doing lights. Okay? So if we click on the top here where it says Sidus Bluetooth DMX, you see a little Wi-Fi symbol, which should mean that we are connected. So you can see under network, it is saying Sidus One 10F04E. If we had not done that step, it would show no connection. Wireless transceiver, you see, is set up to the Sidus One. If it's not, you can configure a wireless transceiver. Ours already is, and it should be out of the box. If you set it to an access point, if you connect to the Wi-Fi, this is also a good point to mention. Make sure you are at... Yeah, Nathan? Can you concentrate here, buddy? Yeah.
I just want to play my game.
All right, so my co-host got fired. He tries hard, and you know, he didn't actually interview. He just kind of walked in the room, and I decided that he was right for the job. So you can't really blame him. This is where you can find the firmware upgrade and the Wi-Fi upgrade, which, as I mentioned in a different video, this is very important to make sure you do the Wi-Fi upgrade. I'm not quite sure. I don't quite understand what that means. Maybe there will be a video from Aputure explaining what that means. I don't know what it's upgrading, but it was crucial to making certain things work and fixing certain problems that I was having. So here, there's also a link and unlink button. This link and unlink button is the same as this button here. So if you have fixtures you're trying to connect to, if you have the iPad and you have your Sidus One over on your cart or up in the air, if you have it someplace where you don't want to have to keep taking it down or getting to it and hitting that button, hitting link will do the same thing. Hitting unlink will do the same thing. It'll unlink from fixtures, link to fixtures. So that's pretty handy. First thing we're going to do is we want to connect to fixtures. We have 2 fixtures here. I haven't touched them. I've just brought them in the room, laid them down, connected them to power. We haven't addressed them, haven't done anything. So we're going to show you all that. So the first thing we're going to do, let's turn on our InfiniBar. We chose an InfiniBar. I chose an InfiniBar, and I chose a 300X. Both of these have been connected to my system before. So you can see when I turned it on, it turned itself off almost immediately because it found the link with the fixture. So I'm gonna go ahead and unlink everything just to kind of start fresh. I probably should have done that before the video. Might edit this out, probably will edit this out. Going to CRMX, or I might just show you how to unlink. Anyway, so let's go ahead and unlink. Unlink successful. And let's just go ahead and turn CRMX off. Let's just assume this fixture started with it off. Turn on the 300X. It's right now currently in CCT mode. Something that's important to note, on certain fixtures from Aputure, you need to be in the DMX menu in order for it to be in DMX mode. Otherwise, Sidus One, anything, if you're using a wrap pack, any other system that's trying to talk to it through CRMX, it won't work because it's assuming you're in a manual mode. That's unique to Aputure. So the 300X does not have internal CRMX, which is why I brought a SkyNode. You can use any type of receiver. SkyNode requires power. Most fixtures, most LED type fixtures have a USB that's on the fixture itself. That's on the box, and which will power it. They do make battery powered receivers that are more expensive, but there's almost always a way to connect power to your receiver. So I generally use these. And I do, you can see, if anyone's familiar with the SkyNodes in general, I connected a longer USB cable because the one that it comes with is tiny. And for a lot of fixtures, I assume most fixtures like sky panels and the like, the USB port is right underneath the DMX port. So you just, that's plenty to get there. On Aputure, they tend to be like way up here on the box. On this 300X, it's right over here. And you can make it as, tidy as you want. Have it come around the back so it's not in your way, whatever you like, but connected. Now on a SkyNode, again, if you haven't paired to a box before, you may need to hit, there's a little sync button on here. It tells it to handshake. If you've used it with the same box before, most likely you'll just plug it in, it'll find it automatically. Should turn blue and have green as far as status indicators with little blue flashing on the status, which is what mine has. Can hit the sync button. I'll do that. I'll go ahead and do that now. And now if I go into, again, hitting either the link button here or here, let's try going to wireless transceiver and hitting link. It is talking to the SkyNode. I'll show a little close-up of this. It's flashing red and blue as it's trying to talk. It is changing to green. That should mean that they are connected. Let's go to our InfiniBar, and again, this is just getting these guys talking. This is just getting these connected to the box, not necessarily having Sidus Link Pro do anything yet. So on the InfiniBar, we went to the CRMX menu. Let's just turn it on. Let's go ahead and hit the link button. This time, let's do it on the box. Again, it should be same thing. So it's talking, CRMX is on. Okay, the linking screen comes up because now it's seeing a handshake. Link success, which is the norm. All right, now let's get into addressing the fixtures. All right, so let's close out of this, add new fixtures. It's going to scan, it's looking for Bluetooth compatible fixtures if it wanted to connect through the Sidus mesh. Didn't see any. So let's go into manual setup. Select a profile is what we want. You can create a new profile if you want to manually do it. If there's a fixture that you don't have all the information for or something new. Or just for practice for yourself, you can literally build a sky panel profile that does all. It's all just talking to the different channels. There's nothing fancy there. You can use the DMX profile information provided by the manufacturers, and you could build your own profile. You could even make, if you don't like something about the one that's built into the system, whether it's Blackout or Sidus Link Pro, you can make your own. So select a profile here. These are both Aputure items. You can see the names here. Aputure. Let's do the InfiniBar first. And you know what? Let's not do the InfiniBar first. I'm gonna turn this one into pixel mode just for fun. Let's do LS, which is Lightstorm. This is a Lightstorm product. There's 300X. You can see that there's no version 1, 2, Pro, whatever. There's just 300X, makes it easy. And there's only one mode in the 300X, which again makes it easy what to choose. It tells you right here, 6 channels. Go to next. Now here is kind of interesting. I haven't seen this before. The new version of Blackout might have this, and this isn't something that makes or breaks anything. But anyway, on the right here, you can see Aputure, Lightstorm, 300X, profile number 1. Again, there's only one to choose from. Profile name, they call it lighting. Number of channels 6, that's the footprint. So start and end channels for the DMX start channel and end channel is going to take up 6. On the left, you can see a visual representation of what channels it's currently going to take up. So you can also, if I have 10 of these and I want to put them all in sequence, one and butted right up against each other, which is the norm, you can just tell it how many fixtures. And you can see on the left, it's adding however many fixtures and it's color coding them to give you a little visual indicator, and you can control all that as far as the color coding. I'm going to go back down to 1 because we just have 1. DMX address, you can choose. So let's say you can use the plus and minus, or you can just type in. Let's say I want to start in a lot of shows, maybe you want to give a little breathing room. Maybe you want to start at channel 100, let's say. Now you can see it's going to drop it to 100. Just for our purpose, I'm going to leave it as kind of the default. We'll go back to 1. Say done. Now I think, and let's try this, I'll cut it out if this is not the case. I think you can click long press and just move this thing around, which you can. So if you decide, as you're looking at, maybe you've got like 10 fixtures, you've got a bunch of stuff, and you don't have to type all this in. Maybe you want to just set it to the default, and then you can just drag it where you want. Like I said, maybe you have a show where you want to leave some breathing room at the top. You want to leave the first 100 channels open in case they want to add dimmers or other things. They being anyone, it could be departments, directors, producers, whatever. They come and say, okay, we got this. This is gonna be part of the scene. You didn't know, whatever. I'm gonna stop talking because I'm just adding a bunch of nonsense. Anyway, long press and move. That's the 300X. Let's confirm it. All right, so now we have a 300X. You can see here. Let's add the InfiniBar, and I'm going to do the pixel mode just for fun. Select the profile, aperture, InfiniBar. This is a PB12, the 4-foot. And let's do the Light Engine 48 pixel HSI, mode 32. Say next. It's going to default to start at address 7. I guess you could change, you can choose whatever you want. It's color coding it in yellow. It's all controllable, tells you how many channels it's taking. Profile number 32, hit confirm. And let's save it. So everything should be talking. However, we haven't addressed the fixtures yet. That's something to remember. Let's go ahead and do that now. So this 300X we set to address 1. So again, we're in DMX mode. I just came out of DMX mode. But DMX mode, and all you do is set the channel because there's exactly one profile. That's all you do on this fixture, set the channel. You got to stay in DMX mode. Like a hitting menu comes out. So you hit it and walk away. If you want to lock it on the 300X, not that this is really a 300X tutorial, if you press and hold, you can see the little locks. So no one can mess with it, if that's what you want to do. And I believe if you go into fixture management, this button on the right, no, that's not where I wanted to go. Where was super view? Channel view. Yeah, if you go into channel view at the top, there's fixture view, there's channel view, you have a super view. And you go here, you can see where all your fixtures are. And it tells me, there's other ways to see it, but it tells me the InfiniBar starting channel is 7. So let's go into DMX address and let's go up to 7. Again, you could lock that here if you so chose. I'm not going to. Profile, let's go all the way down to 32. And that should be it. A nice thing about InfiniBar, it gives you a status screen. So it tells you channel, tells you profile right on the box. That's cool. All right, so let's get out. Let's go back into fixture view just to keep things a little simple. Let's clear the stage. Right now it's got all, and then it's got both fixtures automatically on there. As you add them, it'll automatically add it to the stage. You can clear the stage. You got all your fixtures here on the left. If you want to see an expanded view of it, you can click on the little expander button next to all. Show you all the fixtures. You can close it back down. So let's just add fixture number 1, fixture number 2. I'm going to start with number 1. Let's just bring it up and see if it works. That's probably the big thing. I know you like looking at the top of my head. It's got to be good. Yeah. See, that's why I had the little mascot here. He was going to help, but he really wanted to watch his tablet, and I can't blame him. I mean, this is work. All right. So bringing up 300X functions. It's at 5600 CCT. Let's change to 3200. Let's change to 6500. Let's make sure everything seems to work. All right, I'm going to put it to 3200. Actually, you know what? Let's put it to daylight, and let's bring the intensity from 100. Why can't I change the intensity? Oh, it's because it didn't want to slide for me. All right, anyway, changing intensity you can do into the slider up on top. You can also do the one on the stage. And let's just leave it at 42%, sure. Let's switch to the other fixture just to make sure it's working. And that is daylight, and my son's trying to get back in the room again. Yes, Nathan? Yeah? You want to do something? Okay, can you come in? You need help? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the iPad. I'll be right there. Are you coming back in? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Do I have to reorient this so that you could sit? Fine. All right, I don't know. Is this still in? I don't know. So you're making this is supposed to be a very short tutorial and you're making it longer. I'm gonna put this up here and I'm gonna move it over here. And then you're changing the color. You see, this is the job that I hired you for. And now you're all interested in doing it now that the colors are here.
I made green.
You made green. Good job. All right, anyway, this is kind of the end of the main tutorial, which was getting the fixtures connected. So we turned on the Sidus One, connected to the Wi-Fi. We addressed the fixtures in here. We addressed the fixtures physically. 300X, we used a Sky node so that we could maintain our wireless. We could have done, you could do wired DMX. It comes with an adapter, wired DMX. We can have gone to this fixture and that fixture. The InfiniBar does have an adapter that you can buy to go to USB-C. Excuse me?
Dark green.
Dark green?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's the main tutorial. And I don't want to make it too much longer. I think that's pretty cool. You want to play with the other one too? This is the other one. Click on here. You can change that. That's this one over here. See, it's on the back wall. You can see it better.
Okay.
But anyway, nothing fancy. Just getting fixtures connected, turned on, and responding. You know, or turned off. Whatever our board op wants to do.
Here.
This one can only do CCT, and you're like, I don't know what that. You can do warm like this. See, that's kind of like a warmer color, and then you can do like a cooler color like this, or you can do in between. You can do like that. This is the way you can look back there. You can do it like this. This is the colors you can do on this one. This one can do all the colors.
What about this one?
Did you listen to any of the words that came out of my mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's say purple. All right, purple and yeah, say a lightish. What?
That's not purple.
It's pinkish purple. I'm sorry. Here. I'm sorry. Let our board operator put us where we should be.
That's purple.
I call that lilac.
That's purple.
So thanks everyone for joining Tail Slaters. This was a tutorial about how to get your Sidus One up and running and talking to some fixtures. Nathan, you want to say goodbye to the good people?
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, why is doing all of it?
Because it said, look, what does it say right there?
Oh.
Yeah, that's exactly, there's your answer. Why is it doing all of it? It's labeled all. It's literally labeled. The answer to your question is literally on the label. All right, I'm gonna leave you to it. Can you figure out the rest of it and just like, send me a memo on how it all works?
Bye.
Bye.